I share what I'm listening to and my thoughts on music and the business daily for free at helloyassine.com. We finally got the official breakup of LeBron James and Drake's 16-year bromance. Whilst on his Anita Max Win Tour in Australia, Drake would change the lyrics to his song Nonstop from How I Go From 6 to 23 Like I'm LeBron Man, in reference to LeBron James' jersey change, to How I Go From 6 to 23 But Not LeBron Man. LeBron would slyly reply to this the next day on his Instagram story, reposting a reel from Kendrick Lamar's 2022 appearance for Dr. Dre's Super Bowl performance and captioning it, "He gon' kill that ish, can't wait," in anticipation for the subsequent performance that Kendrick Lamar would have at the Super Bowl halftime show. It looks like mixed signals LeBron was sending are over, because after appearing at Kendrick Lamar's pop-out concert in Los Angeles on June 18, 2024, it was a celebration of his victory over Drake, as well as an opportunity to unite people in LA for the American holiday Juneteenth. LeBron was caught dancing to Not Like Us, a song that accuses Drake, his brother, of heinous things. So how does a 16-year relationship between two superstars at the top of their respective fields, music and sports, break up? For LeBron to abandon his long-standing relationship with Drake in order to support and publicly co-sign Kendrick Lamar multiple times during the beef, you would assume there should be a strong friendship or even potential business deals together between Kendrick and LeBron. But neither of those are the case. LeBron does have a history of being a Kendrick Lamar fan, first meeting each other in 2012. But from then on, there wasn't much. In 2017, LeBron would play a clip on his Instagram story from the Damn album a day before it was officially released. He would also shout out to Kendrick Lamar in an interview after listening to Damn early, several months after he had already co-signed the hit song and lead single Humble. "I haven't stopped listening to it since he sent it to me. I don't even know if that was last week or not, before it came out. And the guy is an unbelievable talent. His wordplay and his lyrics is unbelievable, and it hit home for me at times because I was a kid that grew up in the inner city, and his story of the notion of you either play basketball or sell drugs or that's it, there's no out, you become a statistic. And as an African American kid growing up in the inner city, they don't believe that you can get out and become something. So that's why I'm able to relate to a lot of his lyrics and relate to a lot of his stories." LeBron would also dance in his backyard while playing Mirror from Kendrick's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers album. He would even appear at one of the tour dates on Kendrick's tour for the same album. For his 40th birthday, LeBron James would rap along to multiple songs, one of them being Kendrick Lamar's Man in the Garden. Some other songs that LeBron James has posted himself listening to by Kendrick Lamar are his feature on Lil Wayne's Mona Lisa, dancing to Untitled 7 at a live show. Kendrick Lamar has never appeared at any basketball games for LeBron James' son, Bronny. They have never had any business together and have publicly not had the same relationship that Drake has had with Kendrick, neither as long nor as deep of a friendship. Drake, on the other hand, not only do they go back further, they're more tied in together from every angle than Kendrick and LeBron ever were. LeBron James would first meet Drake at the release party for So Far Gone in 2009. "A decade ago, you came to my release party at 6 Degrees and made me the biggest artist in the city off your presence alone," Drake wrote in a since-deleted Instagram post. He would also rap about it in the Fighting Irish freestyle. 6 Degrees, my memories retrieve in our humble beginnings. 6 Degrees was the nightclub where the release party was hosted, but 6 is also LeBron's jersey number and the number Drake uses when referring to his home city of Toronto. He also spoke about it on the Uninterrupted podcast, where you can hear the emotion and appreciation he had for LeBron.
I think one of the most pivotal moments for me in my career was when you showed up to the So Far Gone party in Toronto. That prominent marriage between like sports and entertainment,
Right.
It was really big for us. And then from there, I mean, not to be like overly sentimental, but you know, you've obviously just been, we're brothers and we're friends, but you're one of the biggest inspirations, period, in life. I think for anybody that like is into like dominating and just being overwhelmingly incredible at what they do. So, I mean, that's kind of how we're all here, I guess.
Drake and LeBron would quickly go on to make history with one of hip-hop's most iconic collaborations of all time. Later that year in August, as the third single for LeBron's More Than a Game documentary, Drake, Eminem, Kanye West, and Lil Wayne would come together for the song Forever that would go on to be a classic. Drake and LeBron would stay connected. talking to each other behind the scenes, and would link up again at Jay-Z's 4040 nightclub, where he hosted an after-party for his Madison Square Garden show. Drake and LeBron would continue to chat back and forth via BlackBerry Messenger, also known as BBM, both regularly reaching new heights in their careers, with a big shift for LeBron in 2011, leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers for the Miami Heat. Drake would text LeBron, "Tonight is your night," before he would face Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls during Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, dropping 35 points for a 101-93 overtime victory, with Drake sitting courtside. In an interview with Yahoo Sports, LeBron and Drake made it clear they're more than just friends. "I always let him know it's his night. Let's get it. Let's get out there with a clear mind and forget all the other stuff going on and just stay focused on the task. That ring. Tonight, I told him it was his night, and it was his night tonight." Drake would continue, "That's my brother. As a person, he's an incredible guy." LeBron would agree. "What we have is real family. It's not just because we're successful at what we do. We really care about one another on a day-to-day basis. Anytime you get a friend that can come and support you in what you do, I really respect that. He has a busy schedule. I respect that. Anytime I get some free time, I try to support him as well." Drake made it clear just by his behavior that he wanted LeBron to win just as much as he would want a victory for himself, going crazy with every bucket LeBron got like he was a superfan. "It's something about being out there. I get out of my seat and kneel on the court as if I'm about to get in the game. We're playing on a similar wavelength. I want to see him get this ring really badly." In the years after, it was nothing but brotherly love, with appearances at every event you can imagine. In 2011, LeBron and Drake at the 5th annual Two Kings Dinner in LA, which is an event put on by Jay-Z and LeBron. In 2013, Drake and LeBron James at the Two Kings Dinner again, this time in Houston, Texas. In 2016, Kevin Hart and LeBron show up for Drake's Beats in the Six welcome dinner in Toronto. Drake sitting courtside at the All-Star game in Toronto. Drake celebrating LeBron James' championship victory over Steph Curry. On August 21st, 2017, LeBron James would post an Instagram photo at a dinner table with his close friends and business partners, Maverick Carter, Rich Paul, and Ernie Ramos. At the table as well were Drake and Future the Prince. The caption was secretive. "It's really one of those nights at the crib. Can't even explain what's going on. 6 God and King moves. Chess, not checkers." Future the Prince handles a lot of business for Drake in the production side of things, as you can see posts with Drake littered across his Instagram, but more importantly this post that has Top Boy on Netflix and Euphoria on HBO. Top Boy was a show that Drake brought back after it was canceled, and Drake was also a producer on the Euphoria series. So this meeting was likely the inception of the next level of Uninterrupted, LeBron James and Maverick Carter's company into producing documentaries, web shows, and media with the launch of The Shop. Uninterrupted is a film production company that LeBron James founded in partnership with Maverick Carter that has produced The Shop as well as several other films. Among them was The Carter Effect, a 2017 documentary on Vince Carter that was co-produced and had appearances by Aubrey Dre Graham. This wasn't just a one-off thing. Not long after, when it came time to expand Uninterrupted outside of the United States, Drake was brought in as a partner to form Uninterrupted Canada that launched several years later. And soon after, Drake and LeBron would co-produce the documentary Black Ice, about a former hockey league that was composed of black players. To kick off the year, LeBron James would hit a new milestone of 30,000 career points, and right there to congratulate him, via Uninterrupted of course, was Drake.
LeBron, I'm honored to be a part of yet another historic night for you. 30,000 career points. It's incredible. It seems like every time we look up, you're setting another milestone or breaking another record. And I always tell you, you're one of the most inspirational people in my life. I'm honored to call you a brother. Every time you do something like this, I always try and get in the studio and make the song that would go with the moment. So I'm excited to go to work tonight. Actually, we figured that because you're at 30,000 tonight, we got to do something really special. So this is the most expensive bottle I can find. 61 Petrus. I don't even know if we should drink this, but 30,000 it's only right. It's the perfect bottle for the perfect. Oh. That's a devastating loss. Congrats on 30,000. I hope you have a great night. I gotta fix this.
This is post Pusha T beef, where LeBron did not support Pusha T's disses at all, despite records that were scathing for Drake's public perception, like the story of Adidon, where Pusha T revealed that Drake had a son he was hiding and using a cover photo of him wearing blackface. This was the final diss track, released on SoundCloud on May 29, 2018. Drake would not respond, and it cemented his loss. LeBron James did not show any enthusiasm, co-sign, or support whatsoever for Pusha T or Kanye West during their beef with Drake that year. And whilst Pusha T did air out some potential dirty laundry on LeBron, accusing him of stepping out on his wife, Kanye West had never done anything like that, and LeBron has been a Kanye fan for his whole career. Pusha T would go on to release his 7-track album Daytona as part of several albums week by week that June on Good Music, and Drake would cap off the end of June by releasing Scorpion on June 29, 2018. When Scorpion released, LeBron would post a track list with the following caption on his Facebook: "Congrats, bro. Drake on another one. Perfect timing for my summertime workouts, vacations, home chillin', riding in the car solo with wife, kids, family, friends, homies, laying in bed, eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, OVO fest, haha, etc., etc. Proud of you once again, Drizzy, aka Six God, aka The Boy." However, on July 11, 2018, LeBron James would post a video of himself training with Pusha T's Daytona playing in the background. The beef was over, though, and this wasn't a diss. So as you've seen, it's been more than just music and sports appearances. It benefits both Drake and LeBron. Even outside of their professional acquaintanceship, if you want to call it that, they've done business together on multiple different occasions. On October 12th, Uninterrupted's The Shop returned on HBO with LeBron James and Drake, the first time he had spoken since the Pusha T beef. He opens up about his beef with Kanye, the decisions he made, his family, and more. This was a huge alley-oop that Drake gave LeBron because it was the first season of LeBron's show and the opportunity to prove himself in the media, and by far Drake's episode was the biggest. He had other big guests like Jimmy Kimmel, Odell Beckham, and Snoop Dogg in the first season, but Drake is just as big as those guys, and with the beef that was surrounding him, he was the most anticipated and important episode of that entire season. A week later, LeBron James is brought up on stage by Drake for his performance of Sicko Mode with Travis Scott, and just look at these two guys, the enthusiasm that is there. It's real. These guys are arm in arm courtside at Bronny's high school basketball game. We have never seen Kendrick Lamar close to Drake like that. In August of 2022, LeBron and Drake were part of a bid to buy a portion of an Italian soccer team, AC Milan, as part of a $1.2 billion deal through a private equity firm. Whilst on tour together and celebrating a successful year, J. Cole and Drake would release their first song collaboration in years with an accompanying music video for First Person Shooter, where some subliminals were tossed in the way of Kendrick Lamar. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey, or me? We the big three like we started a league. A lot of guys debating my numeral, not the 3, not the 2, I'm the UNO. Yeah, numero UNO. Just know if I diss you, I'd make sure you know that I hit you like I'm on your caller ID. Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, Aubrey, or me? We the big three like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Rhyming with me is the biggest mistake. The Spider-Man meme is me looking at Drake. Everybody steppers, well F it then, everybody breakfast, and I'm about to clear up my plate. Steppers in terms of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And Drake's bars on the song, I'm like, go on ahead, say it then. Who the GOAT, who the GOAT, who the GOAT, who the GOAT, who you chicks really rooting for? They talking about who, when this gonna be repeated. What the F, bro? I'm one away from Michael. Beat it, beat it. The first cracks would begin to show after Kendrick Lamar's verse on the hit song Like That by Future and Metro Boomin off their We Don't Trust You album. We would find out that Kendrick Lamar was requested as a feature on First Person Shooter alongside Drake and J. Cole, but refused. Kendrick would take aim at Drake and Cole as a response to the subliminals on their song, rapping, DOT, the money, power, respect, the last one is better, say it's a lot of goofies with a check. They clicking up but cannot be legit, no 40 water, tell them. F sneak diss and First Person Shooter, I hope they came with 3 switches. Mother F the big 3, it's just big me, and your best work is a light pack, Prince outlive Mike Jack, for all your dogs getting buried. This song was released on March 26, 2024, and only 5 days later, on March 31st, whilst it was being played in the Lakers arena, LeBron, who's notorious for not knowing the lyrics to songs, is rapping along every word and vibing to Kendrick Lamar's verse while warming up. This led fans into a frenzy, wondering what was going to happen next, and nothing had gotten personal yet, so they decided to cut LeBron some bail, but it would only get worse over time. The beef continued, only getting more vicious and personal with each song until the culmination of it all with the finale, Not Like Us. There was The Heart Part 6 released by Drake after, but it was a white flag moment immediately after a shooting happened on his property. Not Like Us would become Anthem of the Year, winning every Grammy Award it was nominated for in 2025, as well as being performed on the biggest live stage in America, the Super Bowl. but LeBron was quiet as a mouse about it until he showed up to the Pop-Out concert and was spotted dancing to a song that called out the morality of his supposed brother, Drake, as a pedophile who chases kids and hangs around guys with weird cases. Less than 2 months later, on August 5, 2024, LeBron would post an IG story whilst at the Summer Olympics showing Drake's Knock the Air Force One collaboration that says, "Love you forever," and he captioned it with an infinity emoji. In October, it seemed like Drake didn't take that too lightly, and the olive branch that LeBron attempted to stick out, Drake would unfollow LeBron James on Instagram, signaling the end of this side of his friendship. In January, Fighting Irish, a leak from a conductor vlog, would surface where Drake would rap, "The world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets. Seemed like they loved every minute. Just know this ish is personal to us, and it wasn't just business." Amongst many other bars aimed at his relationship and heartbreak post-Kendrick Lamar beef with LeBron James. Despite his anticipation for the Super Bowl halftime performance by Kendrick Lamar that we saw at the beginning of this video, LeBron James has been eerily silent on the aftermath of it. So it seems that LeBron James is likely willing to patch things up here, although I don't think Drake would ever be able to forgive such a betrayal from someone he saw as family. Would you? Get 1,000+ deleted videos and exclusive content at patreon.com/helloyassine.